Hey everyone, my name is Logan and this is Logan's Lens, and I just wanted to make kind of a commemorative video of me going to anime conventions and cosplaying, and heck, even making YouTube videos for 10 years. Technically, my 10-year YouTube anniversary was in 2021. I first started uploading videos on a different channel where I made Monster High movies. I would literally take my Monster High doll toys and make like little movies out of them, like stop motions and such. And that was all the way back in February of 2011. But when 2021 came around, I was actually busy with family stuff at the time, so I wasn't really in a celebrating mood. I didn't start uploading on this channel though until November 2014, and I also missed the 10-year anniversary for that. Again, I just was not in the party mood at the time. But after attending my 10th Castle Point anime convention, I knew I had to make a video to commemorate it all. Way back when, literally March 29th, 2015, I went to my very first anime convention, Castle Point, and I vlogged it. And I continued to vlog Castle Point for another 6 years or so. I love it. It's such a small little anime convention that's, well, actually grown a lot more. In fact, this year they announced that they are now the largest student-run anime convention in America because it's run by the anime club of a university. It's really cool to see how much this community has grown. I made so many friends throughout the year, both online, some that I got to meet in person after being friends with them online, and some that I just met through filming at cons. I go by Logan now. I like to wear my hair more curly now. I don't cosplay as much these days, but it was fun while it lasted, you know? For a while, I felt like I kind of did it all, really, because I was able to have a video reach over 1 million views. I was friends with the most popular anime YouTubers. They all knew little old me for some reason. I may not have hit 1 million subscribers, but I was a writer for a YouTube channel that did hit over 1 million subscribers, and even got to stream their videos through an app, which is no longer available anymore. RIP Verve. That YouTube channel was Getting the Robot, by the way. I was able to judge the Crunchyroll Anime Awards. I created my own anime awards. I got to be a special guest over at conventions and events. I even got to host events. And I did that all by the time I was 22. After slowing content down for the past few years, thinking whether or not I really want to do this, I've realized that I'll always be a creator, and I really just want to show my work no matter what. This channel's no longer going to be anime focused. It's no longer going to be cosplay or Japanese focused. And a few years back when I said that it was going to be anime and cartoon focused, well, it's not just going to be cartoons either. I made a video, if you missed it, on Harriet the Spy due to the passing of Michelle Trachtenberg, but I also have a commentary video coming up. It's going to be a little hard because I do have a full-time job, IRL, but I do want to keep up some level of consistency because YouTube has always been my life ever since I was 13 years old. And I'm 27 now. Oh yeah, and before I forget, it is my dad's birthday, so now you have to comment, happy birthday, dad. He reads the comments. Literally just happy birthday, dad. Not Logan's dad, just happy birthday, dad. It'll be great. Anyway, let's talk about the community. One big thing I noticed while I was at Castle Point was not just how many more of us there are now in this community, but just the diversity of it all. I'm talking about people of all ages, all shapes and sizes, all ethnicities, and people just coming around from wherever just to show up to a little con. It was really cool with this year's Castle Point because my friends and I noticed a lot of different variety of cosplays and art, because it was not just the usual, oh, what's the most popular anime out right now? It was anime and video games and cartoons from all generations. When I was making my YouTube videos, most of my fans were older than me, between 25 and 35 years old. This included my YouTube friends. But when I started out, I was 17. I knew that my older friends were really into 2000s anime, and of course I was really into the 2010s anime. Now I barely watch 2020s anime, but there are so many people who are watching anime right now, and it's crazy. Of course, anime wasn't exactly underground by the time I got into it. I got into it during the Attack on Titan boom, and not long after freaking One Punch Man blows up, and then My Hero blows up, and it just becomes a common thing throughout the rest of the 2010s. Actually, now I think about it, there is a bit of a distinction between the fan base from pre-My Hero and after My Hero. But maybe that's a video essay for another day. Of course, with such a bigger fan base, there has been more problems. Every fan base has their issues. It doesn't matter if you're a part of the horror community, the film community, the cartoon community, some who are outside of the nerd community, like beauty or cooking. There's always gonna be your bad eggs. But I have noticed a certain extra bit of anger and hostility when it comes to the anime community that I do hope can be fixed in the future. It's a little disheartening to see because a lot of these people were once made fun of for liking these sort of things. Now, of course, you don't get made fun of for watching these sorts of things. Kids today now grow up with anime. But it's really not cool to see so many people get mad at animators and sending death threats to voice actors and directors, to the point where now whenever I go see an anime premiere, like for example, Dan Da Dan premiered in theaters first before it did on Netflix. And there was quite literally a 10-minute video of interviews with the cast and the director to convince the audience that they made the best adaptation that they could. They had to explain why they made some creative liberties, and I'm wondering why they're explaining themselves when we haven't even seen the show yet. And then of course I was reminded that it's because so many people are going to be mad at them anyway. The cast will still get the death threats and they'll still get the horrible, mean hate for taking an artistic vision. It can be a perfect adaptation, something like Demon Slayer, for example, but because a certain frame or a certain shot in the anime does not look like how it did in the panel of a manga page, people are gonna just riot? Uzumaki? What the heck was up with the hate for that? Don't get me wrong, some chapters were flipped around, but it was to make more sense and make more of a cohesive story for the anime. But then you have people getting so mad that the animation style dropped from S tier to A+. It just reminded me of back in the day, and sounds so weird that I'm saying that. It just reminds me of back in the day when I remember Yuri on Ice just took all the awards that year for the very first ever Crunchyroll Anime Awards, including Best Animation, and people were all like, oh, how could it get Best Animation? Look, it sucks. And they would show you the literal worst screenshots from the show. They did the same thing with Mob Psycho 102, like, oh, how could this be nominated? Look, it sucks. And they will show you an ugly screen cap. Like, Jesus Christ, did people watch the show? Did they know what happens right after the stupid screenshot or GIF that they took? I would show it in the video, but I'm not about to show bodies twisting. I guess you can say that's one reason why I'm making less anime content. The hostility in the anime community and even the Genshin community has gotten too much. So I'm gonna continue doing my thing, and I'm gonna continue making stuff that I like, that makes me happy, and something that I hope you guys can enjoy. Thank you so much for sticking with me throughout all these years, and hopefully you guys can stick around for many more. I am still active on Instagram, this time under Logan's Lens, and slowly uploading again back on TikTok. Not too sure, there's still a lot of kids on that app. And you know what, guys, before I end the video, I wanna know, what is a fond memory of an anime convention that you have? And if you haven't attended an anime convention, what's a fun memory you have with the anime community in general? Well guys, I'm Logan, and this was my lens. Later.